Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. You're watching my facilitated light channel of well-being, overall healing, all that fun stuff. So these are timeless messages that I do. So when they find you, we do them in order. But if they find you, then the message that's in there is something for you. So take it as it resonates. If it's not for you, it's okay. Leave it behind. Subscribe and like if you like the content, if you want to be given notifications for the new information coming in. Today we're going to just do 3-card pull, a couple little cards, things of that nature. As you can see from behind me, I'm in a different spot, so we'll see how this works. I just set up my little store office area, so we're going to be out here. All right, so what does the collective need to know for their higher good? So we are coming out of Mercury retrograde at this moment. The moon has gotten full. Now it's working toward going back to a new moon, which would be a new cycle. The asteroids, well, meteor shower will be coming through. So there might be some different things sprinkled into your life. That planet of Mercury will go direct, so you'll see things like whooshing into place. We have new cycles coming in, so make sure you're doing your shadow work. You are stepping into the higher timelines, and it's a matter of frequency and speaking. It's not like you're going to disappear and go into a new place. It's literally just the things that you're bringing in, the things that you're allowing, the things that you are open up to receive from the universe, things that are for you. So let's get you 3 cards. What's the energy of this message? What do they need to know for their higher good? What messages of confirmation? We've got King of Pentacles, security, well-being. That's awesome. I think I'm going to take this one. The moon in reverse, things being revealed. And the last card for them. Oh, that's too many. One more card, please. Okay. And we've got the Chariot in reverse. So, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, new feelings for you or for somebody else. New feelings of how you're approaching things. And then you got 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So you're going to be helping people or having help for what you're doing. You won't be doing it on your own. You might not be seeing the rewards of what you want as of right now, but I feel like you have new feelings coming in because you're seeing something from a different perspective. Your first card is this one here. Let's see, wants to pop out. So this is your King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles talks about security, balance. You are at a point where you're feeling secure. And this could be something you're working on or something that is in the back of your mind. Your next card out is the Moon in reverse, which talks about things being revealed. Instead of being hidden, they are revealed for you. You see something, you understand something. And then your last card is the Chariot. The Chariot in reverse means that things might be out of place a little bit. And what I'm thinking is that you are having new feelings, seeing that you're going to maybe need some help, and seeing things from a different perspective, which is your Hanged Man. And it is making you realize that maybe there's some things you have to adjust in your life, which is, oh, that's great though, because you're seeing it. We've just finished up this cycle of Mercury retrograde, and maybe something came in and you're like, okay, I'm gonna not be in denial. I need to be secure. I'm realizing something that's been kind of hidden from me, or I found out something and now I realize that some things are out of whack and I need to put things back where they need to be so that I can have that stability and that growth that I'm looking to get. And it's not a bad thing. So I think it's really good for you that you are realizing something towards your security and well-being, that you need to do some adjustments that you need to make. And I think something may have been revealed or something may have come out that wasn't being said or you weren't aware of, and now you're aware of it and you're like, oh, okay, I need to do something. And that's okay because you're fixing it. That's awesome. Now I don't know if it's happening right this second, or you're seeing things from a different perspective, which is kind of good, because sometimes we need to see things from like a bird's eye view or a different view, because we might not understand. What are you doing? She's smelling around, checking everything. My dog. I literally just moved my office, so maybe you're in a transition. I took this time to focus on my goals. I've decided to open my store back up. I'm going to be doing Monday through Friday, like 4 to 7. And what I'm doing is, of course I want people to come and visit, but I'm forcing myself 3 hours a day to do the things I love, to create, to grow the business, to work on things, finish organizing, but it's going to be business centered. So I'm making changes so that I've incorporated my time, things I enjoy, things I love. So that's the energy that this is so much even for myself, because this is a collective reading. So this is for everybody across the board. In most cases, there's something you're realizing that you need to change, fix, or adjust because something's a little out of balance. I went to the doctor, so I'm going to share this, and they were asking me, it was my yearly, oh, do you do this? Are you part of clubs? No. Do you go to church? No. Do you have outside friends? And I'm like, no, not really. I mean, I have people that I'm acquaintance with, and I realized, I was like, you need to do something. That's not really, it's not unhealthy, but I was like, yeah, I guess I have been kind of in my own world. So I don't know if that's a confirmation for somebody. So I decided I really need to do the things that make me happy. I need to, if I can't be part of a club, make my own club and see if people want to come and visit, get myself out there. Maybe I'll make some new friends. And it makes the spot that I'm in, like it's in the front of my home. It's like an office spot. So it's got all my things that I sell, because I sell crystals and all kinds of cool stuff, tarot cards. I do readings personally. I do them online, but I basically do them in person. And I said, oh, this is a great opportunity to actually focus on something I like to do. And it was my step. So I don't know if there's something you're coming to, but it will bring me extra revenue. It will give me balance because I don't have to pay for the spot. It cleaned out my whole front room. I got it all nice. And like I look around, I'm like, oh, this is so nice and clean, because it kind of got put on the back burner. And now I'm like, no, I need to do something that makes me happy. I miss being able to create. I miss having a space that I can create. So behind me is my desk that I do like my computer, and I do graphic design, and I do painting, and I do all kinds of stuff. And then I have a space over here next to me, which is going to be for like, if I want to do my sewing machine, if I want to paint, it's a space I can set my stuff up and leave it. And then I have my little store stuff that's there, and we're going to expand, and we're going to do like t-shirts. You're going to see it come up. We're going to link it to a site. We're going to have like t-shirts and different things and customized printed things. And then right here, I set up my desk so I can do my readings, but they're away so that my husband doesn't have to be like put out and stuff like that. So maybe there's something happening in your life that you're realizing you need to change, do, or you've come to like an epiphany. And I kind of went through a slump. I don't know if you all went through a slump, but like I wasn't depressed. I didn't want to kill myself or anything bad. Like I wasn't like staying in bed forever, but like I kind of was detached. I just wasn't like whatever. So instead of like letting it bother me, I just kind of went through the motions. I had to go to work. I tried to be as happy as possible. I made sure I was taking my vitamins, because I think we just sometimes go through that lull of time where, you know, maybe we're not focused. Maybe, and I really am thinking, and I watched a video last night. See, because sometimes, like I said, I read cards, but I don't always like to read for myself. So sometimes I go on YouTube and I look and I see if there's a common thread. Well, the video that I watched was really cool, because it said, when things are progressing in quantum physics, there's a quiet time and there's a detached time, and it's just before it's amping you up for something new. And I said to my husband, I feel like something's coming in. I just don't know what it is. And I kind of feel like I'm floating, like I'm not in one place or the other. So I said, you know, maybe that's what it is. There's something coming in. And that's what I said, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit with the business. I'm not setting any major expectations. I'm just going to use the time to grow myself, to do something I love, to do my passion, to be here, to be present, and dedicate 3 hours a day to creativity, to dealing with customers, to maybe growing the business, making a little extra money. And I think it's going to be good, because even if it's not forever and I don't make a fortune, I'm still doing something I enjoy. I'm still making progress because I'm trying. And in the process, I'm cleaning my house, and this week I'm going through my closets. That ought to be fun. I have to downsize. So I don't know if you guys are dealing with it. Maybe I'm saying this because this is a confirmation that you need to do it too. Mercury retrograde made me realize there's a lot of things in my house that I can just get rid of. There's things in my closet that I think they're beautiful, but like, how many times do I wear it? Not recently. Or I just hold on to it, you know? So when I went through everything, I actually allowed myself to get rid of things, or if it was broken, or like, instead of just sticking it in another spot, I was like, nope, threw it away, or gave it to somebody. So maybe that's something you guys need to do. Maybe there's some things you need to go through. Maybe if you clean out your space, this is what I'm thinking. If I clean out my space, they like a positive feng shui, I think it's clean. It's not that it's anything other than removing things you're not using, removing things that are like maybe broken or just been stuffed away. If they've been stuffed away for a year, you probably don't need them. And I had to come to that understanding, because I like my things, you know. I might not use it all now, but like, I could need that, you know. And then in my back of my mind, my soul's like, you don't need that, Lonnie. You haven't used it for a year. Let somebody else use it, throw it away, give it to donation, something. So maybe there's some clean out you need to do. I don't know. And I'm not personal, because I'm doing the same thing. I don't know. I just like things. I don't have a problem. I'm not a minimalist at all. If you look behind me, I'm not a minimalist. I like things and gadgets and flowers and bric-a-brac and all that stuff. It makes me feel good. So in your home, you need to surround yourself with things that make you feel good, or that make you feel comfortable, that soothe you. Like, I like all my little things, because my little things that I pick up, they remind me of a time, or they remind me of something I love, you know? So, and if you're a minimalist, great. I'm not a minimalist at all. All right, back to the reading. But I think that there are some people out there that need to hear this. So your card that you have is electrons, building blocks of the universe. Yeah, I talked about that quantum leap thing, that and the things that I'm doing in my house are building blocks to something different, or something better, or cleaning. And like we talked in another video, it's about doing one thing a day or two things a day, and building so that it's not so much for you, or you don't feel overwhelmed that you're losing time for things. Or say you're very busy, just one thing a day, two things a day, whatever you think you can handle. And this is your other card. So we've got medicine journey, awaken, heal, realization. Yeah, and I think this, I can attest to this. Finally I'm feeling better. I got on my vitamins that I take. I went to the doctor. I'm on my blood pressure pills. I'm back into the groove, and I started taking, it's called Green Coffee Complex. It's through Swanson's. If you're interested, check it out. It says weight loss, but to me, I take one in the morning, and it gives me energy. It helps to keep your gut clean. It gives you a sugar balancing. It's got chromium in it, and it's got like the green coffee. It gives me just enough energy, because I have to be careful with my blood pressure. If things make me too jittery, I can't do it. I get palpitations. So this stuff is great for me, and I feel the difference, because when I come home from my job, I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I haven't needed the nap. And before, I needed the nap. And I got my blood work done, and I'm kind of on the edge of anemia, so I'm trying to adjust my diet, because now I'm gluten-free. So I'm making the changes and the blocks in my life because it's healing me. Like, I found out I was gluten-free or gluten intolerant. So as I've been adjusting, that has been making me feel better. And I have hyperactivity, so I take marijuana drops at night to sleep. I don't take it in the day or anything. I can if I want to, but it helps with my joints because I have arthritis. But I don't feel it anymore. Like, I take the drops, I take the blood pressure pills, they help my hyperactivity. They kind of bring me down. And I have a heart that has a murmur and irregular heartbeats. But when I'm more peaceful, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt anything, but I try to be careful, and I deal sometimes with migraines, like the optical migraines. So I'm trying to get everything in my world a little more balanced. So if you're dealing with health things or you're feeling, start researching and looking at different things. Try removing things, try adding natural things. I take vitamins, I swear by them, because we don't get in our food what we used to get. So this could be for somebody. Do some research, find some vitamin, and I take a 50 plus because I'm 52, so I take a vitamin that helps me. And Swanson carries, you can get it at Walmart too, it's something Women Alive. If you're a woman or a man, they have men and they have a woman. It's vitamins, and it's got supplements, and it's got like herbs and mushrooms and all kinds of extra really cool stuff in there to help you with brain function. So if you're younger, you still need vitamins. Take your vitamins. But if you're over a certain age, we don't get the same things. We don't process things the same way. So make sure that if you're dealing with health issues, that you address them and you take your health proactively for yourself, because the doctors are busy. They don't always have time to see things. So start maybe a journal for you, what you're eating. If you're having joint problem and you're getting older, and this is what my doctor just told me, so it makes a lot of sense. The gluten thing can be an age thing, because as we get older, she said, we have trouble, or we could start having issues processing gluten. So if you have arthritis, Crohn's, things with your gut, you're hurting, like it was causing me to ache in my back, and I'm thinking it's just old age. It was gluten, because I took the gluten out and the pain's gone. And I was like, oh, this is wonderful. And then I said, oh, I can't have cupcakes. But you know what? Pain, cupcake, I'll find a way to have a cupcake with a different product. So this message for you, look into some things. Start keeping a journal if you're having health issues. So like I said, if this is reaching you and you are watching this video, this could just be some insight that your guardians, your angels want you to do some research, that you might have something that's bothering you that you could just simply remove, or adding a good vitamin, adding something naturally that helps you. I'm a naturalist, so the only thing I take is Lisinopril. When I have my allergies, I will take a little bit of sinus medicine, and I will take some ibuprofen because I deal with, like I said, migraines and certain things. And that's what I have to take if I eat gluten and I don't realize it's in something, because that'll bring my pain down. But I'm lucky enough that I don't need to take it. But there's vitamins out there I take for my joints. I take green-lipped mussels that helps with my joints. I take vitamin B. Is it B? Coconut with D. Sorry, the sun one. Because I don't seem to process it and I get a little anemic. But if I take that vitamin, it's the B complex that's in my vitamins, and then I take the D with the coconut oil. With the two together, it helps to fight illness too. Because if you stay on vitamins on a regular basis, you're going to be a lot healthier. You might get sick, but not as long. Okay, so sorry about the rant. It must be something you guys need to hear. I apologize. But building blocks. Building on healthiness, keeping yourself healthy, those little components and those things that you do, making sure you're getting sleep. That's why I take the marijuana drops. I hear everything and I'm hyperactive, so I can't get myself to shut down. I use it. You don't have to use it, but there are natural sleeping aids. I just found that that's the most natural, and I go to sleep. There's no lag, and I'm not smoking it or anything. I'm just taking the tincture. I make it from scratch, and it's all natural. I know exactly what's going into it, and then it helps me to be able to go into that deep sleep. So maybe that's for somebody else. All right, next card. Let's see what we got here. This is our nature cards that we got. Is Elemental, the Elemental Oracle. Here we go. Oh, that same one came up again. Protection and Cave. So there is something you're growing. And I really feel like there's something you need. I feel like, and there's nature. So there's something you're dealing with that you need to protect. And it could be just what we just talked about. Protecting your body, growing this new thing, growing this life, but protecting it. The earth is there. Maybe there's something you can incorporate, because it said protection and cave. So maybe you need to put a protection around you. Like I wear my crystal bracelets for energy. I take vitamins to keep me from getting sick. I take medicines to keep me from hurting. I remove the gluten to not hurt and not feel the pain. Ooh, sorry about that. But I feel like the energy is there's something that you're growing, whatever it is. And if you're pregnant, you definitely, there's something you're nurturing. So right now there could be something you're growing in your life. It could be anything, growing money, growing a job, growing a family. I don't know, whatever you're growing. It could be an idea that protect it. I feel like don't tell anybody. Keep it to yourself. Okay? That's for somebody. What's the energy? These are my astrology cards. Let's see what we got here. We got second house energy, assets. Yeah, this is your material world. So there's something you're dealing with that deals with your well-being. Because before that was King of Pentacles. The moon. This is coming up. It's almost repeating. The moon is things that are emotional, hidden, instinct, conditioning, habits, opposition, relates, mirrors, interactions, confronts, makes conscious, manifest. So the things that you're doing, and like I said, those things you're seeing are creating something. In Virgo, we're going into Virgo season. Virgo is the alchemist. That's creating something from nothing or from transforming it. Yeah, so you're taking something that you're realizing and you're transforming it into something new so you can grow it into something. So I think you're definitely in a process of transforming. Your body could be transforming, and maybe your spirit guides are saying you need to take care of yourself because you need to transform into something better. There could be things coming up that you need to be ready for. Things of that nature. Stillness. Although there is vigor in life, from a distance, the ocean gives us a sense of peaceful stillness. So this is your card from the deck. You may be doing too much. The sea is calling for you to stand still and take in what is around you. Stop and smell the salty sea. Yeah, so I think it's just maybe, I feel like it's reflection too on what you might need to do, or you're aware that you're not balanced, you're working too much, or you're neglecting your body, or you're just going, and it sounds like the energy is you need to just slow down for a second and be aware. Protect your home. Yep, there's something coming in about protection, growing. I think protection is something, either you or somebody you love or something that you are growing, that you need to protect it. Make sure it's safe. Your children, your business, your thoughts, your money. Okay, so maybe there could be people that want to take what you have. There could be just natural damages. Protect your body, your shell, your human shell that holds your soul. Protect that. You know, protect yourself from things that could be harming you. If you're working too much, you could hurt yourself there too. So let's just get a crystalline card and then we'll finish you up. So I think we're going to be protecting, taking care of ourselves. And if we can take care of ourselves and keep going at a regular pace, it's going to be more profitable for us and more well-being. We're going to be secure. We're not going to be sick. We're not going to be, unwell with things. Keep moving forward. Yeah, don't get distracted. Just keep coming forward, knowing that things are going to work out. We're coming out of that Mercury retrograde and things are going to be, going forward from that. And I think that we just need to start analyzing what's in our life, what's good and what's not. Okay, and finish up that Mercury retrograde energy. We're just going to finish with the question. This is what I'm going to leave you with. What question do you want them to ask themselves using this deck? What can I burn? Burn it, burn it all. Yeah, that's getting rid of all the stuff. Yeah, that's what I felt like. I told you when if you watched the video yesterday, I said, yeah, you go into a kid's room, it's too much. You just like, burn it all. Just throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage and wash it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for rebirth. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You're free. Your wings are ready. Use them. So the question is, what can you burn? What can you let go of that's going to allow you to have this big, beautiful rebirth? You know, there's beautiful things that are coming in. This new cycle is coming, and it wants you to get rid of all the crap that's holding you back. I'm trying to do it myself. You know, I'm not any better than anybody else. We're all humans living this experience and trying to do the best with what we have. So the soul action is make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Manifest what you want. Think about what you want and put it into existence. You control your life. You're the master manifester, alchemist within your own life. All right, guys, have a great day. I hope this message helps you, grows you, and gave you some insight for well-being and healthy living. Thanks, guys.